In this video I want to talk to you about using the darkness in a very, very interesting and powerful way. So I'm actually going to refer to the being or entity known as Jesus, or any of the beings or entities back in those times who experienced this one specific thing. Now, one of the things that Jesus, who was given the title Christ, so you'd give King Arthur, his name was Arthur Pendragon, but you'd given him the name King. This being's name was Jesus, but you'd given him the name Christ, just for you guys to understand that. When that being was crucified and murdered or killed in our eyes, in our perception, or at least in some people's perception, I apologise, I never want to group anybody. When that being was crucified, instead of that being a waste of energy and a waste of time and an ending, that being used that experience of, in quotes, darkness where they crucified him as a means to teach the complete and utter infinite nature of the self. So let me just say that again. When Jesus was crucified on the cross, he used that dark teaching, that dark experience to teach still in the light the infinite nature of the soul. Why am I sharing this with you? Because something hit me today. And when I was reading this book, it was talking about this one very thing. And the thing that hit me is that even when the dark was trying to stop that being from communicating what they wished to communicate, they still used it as a way to share light, to show you, hey, it doesn't matter what the perceived darkness can do to you on this realm, you're infinite in the most beautiful of ways. And if you understand this, you can absolutely transcend your fear of death. If you understand the infinite nature of your soul, you can transcend the fear of death. Transcending the fear of death means that you have no fear of death. Death is nothing. It's like a gentle experience. It is a transition from one state to another. Forget what I said before that. It is a transition from one state to another. Because it's only through our perception that we see death sometimes, and again, love to anybody who doesn't see death as a terrible thing, through some people's earthly perception, do they see death as a terrible thing. Because again, like with all things in life, it is only ever about how you perceive things that matters, right? Some people say, oh my goodness, oh, Jesus died on the cross, he was crucified. Or some people could say, wow, that being went through that experience to show us the infinite nature of the soul. Do you see where I'm coming from in this video? And what I'm trying to share here is, if you choose to be a being of light, if you choose to be somebody who pursues a path of the sun, a path of the light, the golden light within the self, the sun within the self, you will forever be protected, you will forever be guided, you will forever be nurtured, and you will forever be wiser through your experiences. But remember, and this was a beautiful quote that I read today, wisdom through the mind is nothing without the perpetuation of the growth of the heart, right? This is what ultimately matters. Because if you become the wisest person in the world, well, it doesn't matter if your heart has not risen with your mind. And this is where we are beginning to get to. Because with a lot of things in life, there are certain individuals who worship beings who apparently have an incredible intelligence, right? I know, right? They worship beings who apparently have an incredible intelligence. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, right? Apparently they've got an incredible intelligence. Oh my goodness, how could we ever strive to be as intelligent as these people with their fantastic... My question for you is, where's their heart at? How evolved is their heart when it comes to the connection to their intelligence? I don't know the answer to that question. That's a question I'm posing to you for you to decide for yourselves. Because remember, for an individual to have a wealth of $230 billion, to me makes absolutely no categoric sense whatsoever. Because how can there ever be balance when that is such a perceived imbalance of the perception of wealth in this world? And again, Notice the words I'm using here. The words I'm using here are perception of wealth. What does wealth mean to you? Does it mean how much money you've got in your bank account? Does it mean the acts of kindness that you do? Does it mean the people you have around you? Does it mean the beautiful beings and entities that you walk amongst when you're walking through nature, when you're existing through nature? What does wealth mean to you? Why am I saying these things? The reason why I'm saying them is because, to me, our perception of what it means for anything in this world is now becoming important. How do you see things? What do you perceive? What do you believe? But most importantly, where's your heart at? Most importantly, where is your heart at? In fact, I'm going to show you something. The reason why I'm asking that question, because in all of my teachings, no matter what they are, there is one thing that I would like to share is always important to me, and that's this. Let me come a little bit further forward. This, to me, is the only thing that will ever ultimately matter, and that is the power of the sun. Because in an ancient time, those beings that worship the sun, they worship the sun because they understood that without the sun, nothing was possible. Nothing would truly come to light. And this is why they worship the sun, because the sun itself, and I'm not talking about the physical sun, by the way, even though I did just mention the physical sun, I'm not talking about the physical sun, I'm talking about the sun within your heart, right? I am talking about the sun within your heart, because the sun within your heart, the light that you shine, the light that you foster, the light that you embody, is the only thing that matters. It is the only thing that ultimately matters, because the light within you is the truth. And that is where you will find your own personal, self-empowering level of truth, right? You can hear it from me all you like, you can hear it from priests in the churches, you can hear it from religions all around the world, but the only thing that really matters is the light within your heart. Do you see nature all around you? Do you see the beauty of nature? Do you respect it? Do you appreciate it? Do you see the beauty of the nature within you? Do you see the power and the light of life and its ability to give and create and move? These are my questions for you. And again, only you know the answers, right? Only you know the answers. So I hope that I covered what I wanted to cover in this video, and I hope that you felt where I was coming from. And if you have any questions, feel free to pop them down below. And as always, if you ever need a mentor or somebody to guide you on your soul's path, to guide you through your process of coming to a place of peace, self-empowerment and movement in your own life, I'm always here. And as always, my friends, my deepest love to you. I appreciate you all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.